We have here a Winspace Agile size large, weighing at 16 pounds 10 ounces, and in kilos 7.49 kilos. That is with pedals, cage, and out front mount. Stay tuned to after video where free to buy some tests on that Winspace Loon Mega Hyper Wheel. Hey, how's it going, everyone? GC Performance here, back with another video, and today I have for you guys a very special build. This is the brand new, the all-arounder by Winspace Bicycles. This is called the Winspace Agile. And as you guys have known, previously on this channel, I've had the prototype of this bicycle, but this is a final production model of this bike. The bicycle came out absolutely beautiful in this custom build-up, which will go over everything I have included on this bike, including a new China 2x12 Wheeltop EDS TX group set. That's a wireless group set with carbon fiber parts, which we'll talk about in just a second. But this bicycle came out phenomenal with the all white, with the white seat post in there as well. A couple different things that are different from their usual Winspace T1550. Their aero frame, like I mentioned, this has some aero qualities, but also meant to be lightweight. And it also has some different parts in there as well, like bottom bracket compatibility. And we'll talk about tire size as the maximum width. But the overall scheme and look of this bike is gorgeous. It's like all gloss white, but you can even see here, it kind of has like a pearl coat to it. And it has like this, like, looks like ice breaking inside of here. Like these like little texture lines all the way through the frame here, again, right here. The logo is a gloss black. You have the Agile logo here. You have the size large. I am a size large as well. But the bike came out very, very nice. I was absolutely blown away by it. They also have different colors in here, but the nicest touch is obviously the painted seat post. I think that makes a lot of bikes have a premium look to it. And then these are custom parts I chose to put on here myself to kind of give it that nice pop to it as well. I believe these frames are more money than what they usually are over at Winspace, like the T1550. This bike right here, the Agile, I think is $1,980. So it is a little bit more of their premium product in terms of the frame quality, but the ride quality is very, very nice. I will say, like its name, it is a very, very snappy bike. You ride it, it's responsive. You stand up on it, it just reacts a little bit quicker because of the fact that the tube's a little bit narrower. So it's going to have that nice snappy up feeling to it, but it's going to still maintain speed very, very nice in terms of the aerodynamics, like the deeper forks, the T-tail on the back as well. And surprisingly, this bike was very, very comfortable. I really did enjoy this bicycle in terms of riding. I lowered the spacers from my other model I had. The other model was a medium, but this is a large. And but the bicycle is just a very, very comfortable ride. Now, a lot of that comes to play with tires, wheels, choices, and that, but these are a pretty skinny tire, even though they're 28s. And I'm telling you, it just rides very smooth. So without further ado, let's get into the walk around and frame build and talk about everything I did in terms of this build quality right here as well. Speaking of the bicycle, this has a, actually, no, I'll say the bottom bracket and stuff like that and tire clearance when I get to those areas. So starting off with the handlebars. These are the Far Sports, the FX1s. These ones are a 38 by 110 in terms of stem length on here. I had these handlebars when I did my handlebar comparison between a EXS, Far Sports, and Revolve Rapide. These ones are just sitting here waiting to be used, so I finally took them off and put them onto this Winspace bike because I feel like they looked really, really clean, aesthetic look with them on top. I don't have the top matching piece right here for the match cap. That's fine, it works. These are the stock spaces that comes with the Winspace. We just slam right on top of there, use the top cap, and it came out really, really nice. A little bit different on the Far Sports. They're known to having a little bit more narrow for the drops here, but if you put a nice tape on here like this Berg, it comes out really, really clean. So it's a very nice setup. The out front mount comes with the bar as well, and we have it set up for a Garmin on here, which is nice. The handlebar tape that I chose to use on here is the Berg tape, and you can kind of see it has all this little like different topography on here. Berg tape right now out there in the game, I think is one of the nicest tapes out there. Very comfortable, has like a gel feel to it, nice grip. It is one of my all-time favorite tapes. It's like what Supercaz used to feel like when it first came out. Has nice sponge to it, nice give. I'm obsessed with them. I don't even sell them. I just bought this stuff at retail because that's how much I like it. I have it on all my bicycles right now. I have it on my Titanium, my Tarmac, and now this bike as well. For the components on here, this will be able to give me the best long-term review because I'm going to start riding this thing and figuring out how this thing works on here. This is a brand new Chinese group set, the Wheeltop EDS TX. It's a wireless group set, 12 gears in the rear, 2 in the front, full carbon fiber brake levers on here, nice fitting on the hoods, very, very small. The hand fits very nice onto the top of here. Very, very clean, and even the hood size doesn't look that bad or aggressive. The rubber is a nice quality as well. It doesn't feel like it's going to move around a lot, which is super, super nice. And then the batteries are charged separately on the front derailleur, and on the rear derailleur, they stay. These are the battery packs here and the back, but you plug them in with a magnetic port right here, and they work really well. This whole group set, shifters, brake calipers, front derailleur, rear derailleur, comes in at 740 euros, and I believe that they have even cheaper options if you want to run a different, I'm sorry for the wind, guys. It's been crazy windy over here recently. I believe they have a cheaper model as well, without the brake calipers for a little bit cheaper, and the best of yet, they make this in a rim brake version as well. So if you're looking for a bicycle that's a little bit ancient, you want to have electronic shifting on here, this is a great option here. It uses mineral oil inside of here, but look at them dead on. They have a little bit of a flare out. They look very clean. Now, the only thing I'll say is when setting this up and tearing and positioning the gears on the app, there's no physical buttons on the rear derailleur. There's no physical buttons on the shifters to go ahead and trim the gears. There's an initial setup for the rear derailleur that you go ahead and go into the app, but mine froze. So then there's another screen on the app that you can go into that you can actually adjust each individual gearing. But it's not an up or down arrow where you actually hear the audible noise and the derailleur do something. You have to type in a number between a range of what they give you. And then once you shift that gear up and go back down, it resets it. So it is one of the most dumbfounding gear settings that I've ever seen on a bicycle be used in my life. I do not know why it's like that. I don't know if it's against patents or something like that. But I talked to other people, they said just use the initial setup, so maybe mine was just frozen that day. I'll have to retry it. But in terms of setting up the gears, that's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but we will get there. We will get there eventually. But yes, very happy with it. The brake actuation feels nice. It's a great feeling on the brakes. It is. I'm very excited to ride the bike, so I'll let you guys know how it goes. For the wheel set on here, it's the Loon Winspace Mega Hyper wheels on here. This is their wheels for $2,600, a full carbon fiber rim, spoke, bonded at the middle, and then also their hub as well. It's their own mega hub with their own kind of like carbon hub flange right here that can come on and off. It's called their Halo spokes, so it's very nice. There are ceramic bearings inside there, and they also have a DT Swiss capability for the back. Their wheels on the Megas are going to be a D45, so it's going to be a 46 front and then a 54 in the rear as well. But one thing about these wheels is that they're incredibly snappy. They just respond very well because of the fact of how stiff the lateral spokes are on here, and because it's a one-piece system on there, it's going to be a very nice feel. For the tires, I have on here the Challenge Criterium RS tires in a brand new 700 by 28 configuration, and I'm running inside there the Ride Now tubes in a 36 gram configuration as well. And I love the TPU tubes. I will always stay TPU tubes. I don't care about the tubeless gang out there. I actually do prefer the TPU tubes in there. Going over, as I said, we have the Wheeltop brake caliper right here. Kind of has these golf ball dimples on there, and then you have their own little adapter piece for a 160. I'm running Shimano Durace XTR rotors on the front as well, and then you have the Winspace through axle here. One thing about the Agile is that they just finished off this front fork. This thing is completely hidden to make kind of clear cover like a BMC, and also the maximum tire clearance you can put on here is a 700 by 32C, so you have plenty of room there. This is a 28, plenty of room here to go a little bit wider if you like to. Going down the side here, we have the Winspace logo right there, and then you can notice this big massive bottom bracket right here. It's very chunky. It's going to make it so that way when you put down power, the bicycle is not going to sway back and forth. It's going to give you that stiffness that you want in a bicycle. And then for the bottom bracket, it's going to be a threaded T47 inboard, and the bottom bracket I'm running inside there is an Origin 8 bottom bracket. So you guys can see right here, works pretty well. Yeah, they're doing a good job on there. Very nice. For the cranks on here, it's a Durace Shimano 170 millimeter crank, and I have the brand new look Keo carbon ceramic pedals in the version 4. So they're very nice pedals. Over here on this crank size over here, it's a 52-36 chainring configuration, again a 170. I don't have a power meter yet, but I do have a plan to get some power meter pedals on here. I showcased some the Look dual power pedals that are plus or minus 1% accuracy. Maybe those will go on here. Right here, you can see here, it's a brand new EDS TX front derailleur. There are no, again, adjustments on here except for this little limit screw that's going to adjust where the front derailleur should be lying at on the up and down shifts. We also have on here a KMC 12-speed gold chain, and in the back we have a 12-speed Ultegra cassette on an 1130 configuration with also their EDS TX rear derailleur. Again, charge port here, charge port here. On this group set, you can set it to whatever configuration you like, from a 7-speed, 8-speed, 9-speed, 10-speed, 11-speed, 12-speed, and even a 13-speed. But there are chain wraps in terms of configurations of what you have to learn about. The rear derailleur can only go up to a 36-tooth cassette in the back, so you can't just go ahead and do a crazy configuration. So when they're advertising this 13-speed stuff there, I'm pretty sure 13-speed only comes in campy ECAR, and I'm pretty sure the cassette is way too big for that. So I don't know what you're gonna do with that. And the biggest chainring on here they advertise is a 53 in the front. So again, keep that in mind. They're just doing that for limitations for the wrap of the front derailleur as well. But very nice. They say these things can last up to 20,000 shift combinations here. They say they can go about 3 to 4 months without charging. The battery packs look massive. They look really, really good. Carbon fiber plating here, carbon fiber derailleur. The construction of both front and rear derailleurs came out really, really nice. The rear wheel is again the exact same as the front, the Mega Loon. It's a 54 depth rear wheel, and it has a ratchet style system for the hub, which is a nice little upgrade, which is really good. And then for the rear rotor, it's a 140 in the back. Going to the back of the bike, we have this little T-top right here, like this little T-tail. That's gonna be a little bit more aerodynamic. But also what I found is at this point the bike gives you a little bit more compliancy because it's so low. So when you're riding, you have the seat post all the way down in here. It's very, very comfortable. You have the AGILE logo right here. You have the seat mount screw right here that you're gonna go ahead and lower the seat wedge for yourself. You have this little kind of boot to cover up where like sweat or dirt can get inside of here. And then for the saddle I chose, this is brand new to the channel, but this is the Bjorn cork saddle. That is going to be a cork top on here that's very, very stiff yet compliant. And then you have carbon fiber rail with a carbon fiber body. I just think it gave the bicycle a very nice look with all white configuration on there. So anyways, that's gonna do it for this bike build. This thing is the Winspace Agile. Retail on this bicycle is $1,980 for the frame. And then the wheels are $2,600. The group set is 740 euros. The Durace crank is about $600. The chain is 80. The cassette is 120. The handlebars 400. The rotors are 80 a piece. So you guys can do the math there. But honestly, this bicycle is going to be a dream build of mine. I'm very happy. If you guys are looking for the Winspace frame Agile, the wheels as well, I do have a discount code down below if you guys want to use it. GC Performance 10 will give you 10% off at checkout. But this bicycle build came out super nice. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, here comes the free body sound test of these Loon Mega wheels right here with a ratchet system style body. Right.
Back in the day, yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna do this for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.